Welcome to RPS Group of Schools online classes. Let us continue with session 3 of our chapter Coal and Petroleum. In the previous session, we discussed coal. In today's session, we will discuss another important fossil fuel, petroleum. The term petroleum has been derived from two Latin words, petra meaning rocks and oleum meaning oil. Petroleum is an important fossil fuel. It is naturally occurring liquid found beneath the Earth's surface. Petroleum is a mixture of various liquid hydrocarbons and also contains some impurities like sulfur. Petroleum, also known as crude oil and black coal, is a thick and black liquid. Petroleum has a wide range of uses. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, etc. are all obtained from petroleum. Chemicals obtained from petroleum are also used for manufacturing plastics and synthetic fibers, which are an inseparable part of our lives. Let's discuss the formation of petroleum. Petroleum was formed from the remains of very tiny animals and plants that lived in seas and died millions of years ago. After they died, their bodies sank and got buried at the bottom of seas. Over the time, they were covered by layers of sand, silt, and clay. Over millions of years, the layers of sand, silt, and clay became very thick, and the remains got buried deeper and deeper. In the absence of air, high temperature and pressure due to these layers slowly changed the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. The overlying layers of sand and silt turned into sedimentary rocks. Do you know how do we obtain petroleum? Petroleum is found in vast underground reservoirs where ancient seas were located. Petroleum reservoirs can be found beneath land or the ocean floor. Petroleum reserves can be several hundred meters below the surface of the earth. It is extracted with giant drilling machines. On land, oil can be drilled with an apparatus called an oil rig or drilling rig. Offshore, oil is drilled from an oil platform. Now let us discuss some types of drilling. Drilling in an area where petroleum reserves have already been found is called developmental drilling. Drilling where there are no known petroleum reserves is called exploratory drilling. Drilling vertically to a known source of petroleum and then moving the drill bit at an angle to access additional petroleum reserves is called directional drilling. The world's first oil well was dug in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859. Petroleum obtained from drilling cannot be used as such. The petroleum has to be refined first. Petroleum refining is the process of separating various constituents of petroleum. Petroleum is a black and smelly liquid. It contains many useful substances like petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, paraffin wax, fuel oil, lubricating oil, naphtha, etc. Petroleum refining is done by a process called fractional distillation. In this process, petroleum is heated in a distillation tower that has trays and temperature set at different levels. The image here shows a fractionating tower. All the constituents of petroleum have different boiling temperatures, and when petroleum is heated, vapors from different constituents rise to different levels of the tower. Then these components condense on different levels of the tower and are individually collected. This is a diagrammatic representation of the process called fractional distillation of petroleum. Various constituents of petroleum are collected at different levels due to the difference in their boiling points. Now let's study some important constituents of petroleum along with their uses. Petroleum gas. It can be compressed into a liquid called liquefied petroleum gas and transported in metal cylinders, giving a portable fuel supply on homes and industries. It is the domestic fuel that you use in your kitchens. Petroleum gas is also used in the production of carbon black. Petrol. It is used as a fuel for cars, bikes, scooters. It is also used as an aviation fuel. Petrol is also used as a solvent for dry cleaning. Diesel is used as a fuel for heavy vehicles such as buses, cars, ships, and trucks. Kerosene. Kerosene is used as a fuel for stoves and lamps. It is also used as a fuel for jet aeroplanes. Fuel oil. It is used in some power plants to generate electricity. Paraffin wax. It is used for making shoe polish, grease, candles, ointments, etc. These were some important constituents of petroleum and their uses. As we have studied that coal has harmful effects on the environment. Petroleum, which is another fossil fuel, also harms the environment. Let us study the impact of petroleum on environment. Petroleum production and usage can affect the environment in the following ways. Drilling for petroleum may cause disturbance in the aquatic ecosystems. Transporting petroleum may cause oil spills. Sometimes, tanks in which petroleum is stored may leak and pollute the groundwater. Refining of petroleum to produce various products may lead to water and air pollution. When petroleum products are burned, they give off pollutants like carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and particulate matter. This was all about petroleum. Thank you.